This is a controversial opinion, but I'm gonna say anyway. Saving blindly is just as toxic as if you're spending blindly. That's why in this video, we're going to tackle how much should you really save, how do you know if it's really enough, and how I coach my clients to have the peace of mind that they are saving enough so that they could fast track their own dreams. And let's do all of that while we do a pizza mukbang, specifically Shakey's. And these are my two favorite flavors at the moment. Okay, and yes, I am that pineapple kind of person. I love pineapple in my pizza. And then I also love here, if you can see, is their new spinach series, which is spinach and glazed bacon. Yum! So as you can tell, mahilig ako sa savory and sweet at the same time. So let's go eat lunch, and I hope you eat with me while we talk about how much should you really save. Let's dive into it. Guys, hindi nyo maintindihan, sobrang comfort food ko ang Hawaiian pizza ng Shakey's because it's thin crust and it's so flavorful. That crunch. I hope you can hear it. So, having been coaching Filipino professionals, I've literally seen both extremes wherein either they're stuck in the cycle of impulsive buying or they're in the complete opposite of hoarding savings. I get it because I've literally experienced both ends. I've shared it all the time here on my YouTube channel, my journey. Looking back, I realized like they may seem different. Like how can you be kuripot and then eventually be an impulsive buyer and then stop impulsive buying and then hoard savings again? And it's because there's one common theme between those two habits, and that is there is no purpose. Sushi, ayan, nakikita nyo na yung new fur baby ko na medyo na-excite habang nag-film ako. Sushi! Sushi, come here. Sushi. Come here. Hi guys, meet Sushi. Here's Sushi, ang kulit. Kulit mo, Sushi. There she is. She's an American Shorthair and she's so cute. Pero parang biglang nag-decide siya na maging hyper while I'm filming. So, buti na lang cute siya. Okay, so going back, there is no purpose. That's why I really want to talk about being intentional about how much you should save, how much savings would really be enough. Because if there's no purpose to it, it's easy to go back to the same toxic spending or hoarding habits wherein you go back to like, oh, maybe I need to save more so that I'll finally have peace of mind. Maybe I just need to constantly increase my bank account, and then kahit ang dami-dami mo ng savings, wala pa ring feelings of peace. You still feel anxious every time nag-decrease lang siya a little bit. You still feel scared that one day you'll go back to zero again. Sarap nung thin crust. Kailangan ko pa yung isa pa. So, what happens kasi if you don't have a clear purpose behind why you're saving and how much you want to save, that would give you the peace of mind, then it's similar to like driving in constant circles, refilling your gas tank, but then you have no direction. You have no clear destination. And so imagine mo, para kang drive ng drive, hindi mo alam kung saan ka mapapadpad, drive ka lang ng drive kasi masaya mag-drive. Tapos, refill ka ng gas, pero you're like, what's the point of all of this? Where am I going? I am earning to refill my gas, to spend on gas, and then what is this even all for? Right? And that's the same with saving, right? It's so important that we start with the purpose. What's the purpose behind why I'm saving in the first place so that you get excited and motivated to do it consistently? That's what my clients have shared in my client interviews. If you haven't watched them, you can binge them. I have a playlist of my clients who are brave enough to share their struggles, how they've risen above it. Now they are saving consistently. It doesn't feel like a chore anymore. And it's because they have aligned their values and life goals to their savings. Because this is what my clients realize when they come to me, that, yeah, I know it's important to save, but I never asked myself the question of how much should I save? When will I know that it's finally enough to give myself permission to invest in my big dreams, to finally use that money to pursue and take the leap for my dream career and all of that. Because if you're constantly hoarding savings and not knowing when it's enough, and all you feel is anxiousness and fear of what if it all runs out, then money is in control of you instead of the other way around. So, because there's this misconception that, oh, pag magaling ka mag-save, magaling ka mag-handle ng pera. And I think there's a missing puzzle piece there, that yes, one skill is magaling ka mag-ipon ng pera, but then there's other side of that, which is that, do you also know when to give yourself permission to use it, to invest it? Because if it's just rotting in a bank account, in a high-interest digital bank, and you just enjoy seeing it increase and all of that, but then you don't have fulfillment, freedom in your life, then what's the point of seeing those savings in your bank account? So there really has to be a balance of, yes, I'm excited to save, I'm motivated to save, and I also know when will it be enough and when I get to use it with intention, with purpose. Let's move on to the spinach glazed bacon. So if you want money to work for you, which is what we want, instead of money working against us and making us more fearful, then it really lies in answering this big question, which is, how much should I save? How do I know if it's enough? And in order to answer that, I'm gonna answer it back with another question. And that is, instead of focusing on I need to save more, we need to ask ourselves first and foremost, what is it even all for? This is me saying na may gulay yung pagkain ko today, so I deserve this pizza. If you haven't tried the spinach series of Shakey's, guys, worth trying. Going back, when you ask yourself, what is this all even for? Then you get to train your mind and your habit to think about starting with purpose behind why you're saving in the first place, because that's only when the how becomes easier to follow through with. That's only when you become in control of the steering wheel, knowing that you have a destination that you're going to. You're not just wasting your time driving in circles, driving blindly, but you know that where I'm driving towards, where I'm moving the steering wheel towards, it's leading me to funding the dreams that I want. So riding on this car analogy, I feel like it would be easier to explain in terms of how I exactly guide my clients inside my program in having this kind of clarity and confidence that they are on the path of knowing how to save consistently, and at the same time having a clear why behind their savings goals. So the three important components and factors to consider if you want to start with purpose behind your savings so that you can do it with purpose is that first, having a clear destination, having a well-oiled machine, and having a target ETA. Naisip ko to na mas madaling i-explain with this car analogy because it really embodies how we can really take control of how we save, how we do it with purpose, and how we can really have the peace of mind that we are doing it with intention. So going back to this pizza. So I'm going to walk you through the proven and tested system that I guide my clients with. So I hope you are excited because I wish I knew this earlier, seriously. And this is also the most important factors that my clients really embody in their lives, in their finances, that allow them to be empowered to save and do it with intention. So, starting off with a clear destination. What does that even mean? Having a clear destination ultimately means that you have crystal clear goals and milestones rooted in living out your purpose, where you have a clear vision, mission for your life, and that's where you will work backwards. If I want to live out this vision for my life, if this is my dream life, let's work backwards. How much would be the cost that I need to save up for, or how much savings would give me the peace of mind to pursue that dream life? It's very similar to as if, like, before you even book a Grab, okay, like me, hindi ako marunong mag-drive, so I book a Grab, okay? Or if you're a driver, before you even hop inside the car, you already put a pin on where you're going. Hindi yung sasakay ka, tapos you're like, bahala na si Batman, kung saan natin trip today. I mean, there are some of those days where you just want to be spontaneous, want to go on a road trip, but like 90% of the time, before you even hop inside the car, before you even ride a vehicle, you have an idea where you're going, what route you're gonna take. Even on Google Maps or Waze, you even check it. Ganun ako. I even check it on Google Maps, punta ako ng Waze to check like, okay, I put a pin on where I'm going so that I know which routes to take, ano yung mga traffic na iiwasan ko, and all of that. It's the same with having a clear destination for your savings. Is that for me, when I knew that my ultimate goal is to live the life that I have today, which is to be a full-time entrepreneur and content creator, I worked backwards from there. How can I make sure that the cost monthly would be covered? How can I make sure that I can hit the target income that I need? I think about how much savings do I need that would give me the permission that would allow me to take the leap for this dream life. In the same way for my clients, I guide them in really getting crystal clear on what they truly want out of life. Because truly, as we get older, it's so easy for us to be tainted about what others want for us, or what our colleagues are also doing, or what our family thinks is best for us, that the biggest challenge that my clients go through is really staying true to what they really want, despite judgments, despite criticisms, despite their fears and their doubts. Because it's kind of like, my analogy is that, okay, when you realize that where you really want to go to is Tagaytay. Okay, you're like, Tagaytay, gusto ko talaga ng cold weather, gusto ko ng breezy mountain view, okay? But then along the way, there's gonna be like voices around us like, ano ka ba, summer, magbatangas ka na lang. Ano ka ba, summer, punta ka na lang Palawan, mas maganda doon. Or, sa bahay ka na lang para mas tipid. Okay? Like, these are distractions that tell us na, no, mas okay dito. And that's why, most of the time, if we don't have a clear destination that is in line with our values, in line with our purpose, in line with what we truly want intrinsically, it's gonna be easy for everyone else to dictate what they think is best for us. I remember then when I suddenly have this amount of savings, I had the option of like, technically the next step would be like investing this in a property. Because I'm already at that stage of my life, I could already make the down payment. Like, that's the societal next step. Like the societal norm back in my corporate career. But what my gut feel was telling me was that this is the permission, Nick, that you could give yourself to pursue the dream career that you want. That because it's unconventional, it's not typical, maybe your savings could actually give you that wiggle room, that contingency, that learning curve, that you could finally take the leap for what you truly want and stop lying to yourself, you know? And looking back, if I didn't have that clear destination of what I truly wanted, if I just denied that, maybe I would have ended up investing in a property instead, and I would still be feeling empty in my corporate job because that's what the norm, the societal norm, would consider as stable. So this is what I mean when you start with purpose. When you are crystal clear on what are your savings even for, it's going to motivate you to be like, oh, if I save consistently, it's going to bring me a step closer to funding the dream life that I really want and stop delaying it. So this is where I guide my clients in really understanding what is the cost of taking the leap for that dream life that they want, because it's tailor fit for every person, every financial situation, every income bracket. That's why I love one-on-one coaching, because I get to tailor fit my system to my clients, because they have different set of dreams. They have different version of what financial freedom is. They have a different version of what success is to them. They have different set of skills and gifts. And I love that I get to coach them in really tapping into who they really are, what they really want, what they really value out of life. Because from there, they realize that it gets to become so easy to save up for the life that they really want. Now, second important factor, we talked about the clear destination. The second part is having a well-oiled machine, and that is your car. Like, you want to make sure your car is well-oiled. You want to make sure it has enough gas. Like, even for me and my husband, before we go on a road trip, kunyari punta kami Tagaytay or punta kami somewhere far, we have to check na okay ba yung gulong? Enough ba yung gas? Okay ba yung hangin ng gulong? Ganyan. And so you have to check if you have the right tool, the right vehicle to get you to the destination. So, now, before I do that, magsarap siguro kumain muna tayo. Kahit medyo lumabig na siya kasi may aircon dito, kundi papawisan ako ng bongga. Crispy pa rin siya. So guys, probably favorite ko talaga yung Hawaiian ng Shakey's. May mga times I'm just like, I'm craving for it. I want it. If you've made it this far, tell me, like, are you eating with me? Or what are you eating right now? I want to know, because I feel like we're having lunch together, we're having dinner together, something like that. Or, what's your favorite comfort food? And then it could be like our little hidden meaning why you're commenting it down below, because you've made it this far. So, having a well-oiled machine in terms of your finances is having a solid, sustainable financial system that you can easily stick to, you can easily commit to. It's simple enough to stick to consistently, to follow through with. Kasi kung clear yung destination mo, pero nasiraan ka along the way, naubusan ka ng gas along the way, or nasiraan ka ng gulong, ganyan. It doesn't matter if you're clear on your destination, if your car, if your vehicle is not working well. And the same way with this one, that's why I love that I get to combine life coaching and financial coaching for my clients, because life coaching is about getting crystal clear on what your goals are, your milestones are, that's aligned with who you are at the core, and not allowing other people's expectations to get in the way of pursuing what you want. Like, that's really like the essence of how I do life coaching as a life coach. And I get to complement that with financial coaching, where I help my clients tailor fit a financial system that's rooted in funding these goals and dreams that they've always wanted. So what does it mean to have a sustainable financial system? So from the word sustainable, it's something that hindi lang siya yung for this month para makapag-save lang ako ng mabilis, para magamit ko siya for this specific travel. Or hindi lang siya yung parang, de-deprep ko yung sarili ko kasi kailangan kong bawiin yung ginastos ko last month. That's not sustainable. And I say that because I've seen that in my life, and I've seen that when my clients come to me with that same problem. You know if your financial system is sustainable, if it's something that doesn't feel like a chore. It's something that actually excites you. It allows you to look forward to it. You are looking forward to sit down and really look at your expenses, knowing that it's going to bring you a step closer to the life that you want. This is where you know you have a healthy reward system, that you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor now, and at the same time you know that you are making progress towards your future goals. That's what I mean about sustainable financial system, because this is something that you want to stick to, not just for a month, not just for 2 months, but it's something that you want to stick to consistently, so that you save mental space in creating new systems every month na, ano kaya mag-work this month? Ano kaya mag-work for this goal? Ano kaya mag-work for this destination, this milestone that I want, right? Because I've literally done that, and now that I have this proven and tested financial system that is so simple, that can be done on autopilot, my clients can do this in like 15 minutes. So they only do it twice a month. So essentially parang 30 minutes in a month. And I love that they share with me. You can check the link in my bio for like their testimonials on how it has allowed them to no longer be a slave in auditing their expenses, not a slave anymore to complicated systems, but now they feel excited and they look forward to having fun with their financial system. Like, they didn't even think that that was even possible. And I love that I get to give my clients that opportunity to make finances fun and sustainable, because they have this well-oiled financial system that is sustainable, that is simple, that allows them to stick to it consistently. As usual, if you are curious in learning more about how I exactly coach my clients through this and their amazing success stories, you can check the link in my bio to learn more about my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. I already have like 70 of you on the waitlist who are excited to enroll early for my earliest slot, which is in July for when you're watching this video, because my slots get fully booked at least 2 months in advance. So if you've always wanted to work with me so that you could finally be in control of the steering wheel of your finances, where you get to balance enjoying the now while funding your future goals, and I would love to get to know you more. I would love to invite you inside my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. If you are interested, all you have to do is join the waitlist on my website, which you can access down below. If you want to learn more about what's included, what to expect, how my system could also apply to you, because this is where my clients have literally achieved their six-figure savings because they have built their spending and saving habits sustainably. This is where my clients have completed their emergency fund, they've invested in business capital, they've started a down payment on their dream property. This is where they funded their dream wedding with zero debt. This is where my clients have become debt-free and stayed debt-free. Ultimately, this is where they got clear on their destination, on what their version of financial freedom is, and I guide them with a concrete roadmap and simple financial system that allows them to get there. So check the link in my bio to join the waitlist, and I'll see you there. Moving on to the third and final component, which is having a target ETA. So if you're not familiar, ETA is estimated time of arrival. While I do that, kailangan ko lang kumain dahil baka lumamig na yung pagkain. Although, if I were to choose between the two, mas diehard ako sa Hawaiian pizza pa rin. Pero there's another flavor of pizza ng Shakey's na sobrang sarap, which is the Angus burger pizza. It's like burger on a pizza. Like, it literally is what it says it is. Pero I skipped on that today because parang kaka-burger ko lang the past few days. Pero if you are looking for a new pizza to try, and if you also like burgers, try out Angus burger from Shakey's. And then if you like Hawaiian, I swear by their thin crust Hawaiian pizza. So moving on, going back to my analogy of being in the car, right? Like, okay, napin mo, okay, gusto ko na sa Tagaytay, I'm not gonna be distracted, my car is well oiled, I know it has enough gas, I know that it's working properly, I know that maayos yung mga gulong ko, hindi ako masisiraan. Now, you're already inside the car, you're ready to go to the destination, and what do? You're like, how long does it take to get there? When will I be able to get there? And that's literally what we do, right? We like check Waze, we check Google Maps, like, okay, what is the estimated time of arrival? Oh, it will take you 1 hour, it will take you 3 hours, depending on where you're going. This is also how I guide my clients inside my program, is that they have a concrete and achievable roadmap to complete their target savings that would give them the peace of mind and permission that I can use it now to fast track my dreams, to fund the dreams I've always wanted, to invest in this or that. Like, they have the confidence and clarity that it's going to be by X date. I have a timeline. Like, that's literally how I want my clients to graduate from my program, is that they have a picture, that they have a vision, they have a timeline of how soon they would be able to complete their savings, that they know that that's going to be enough for them to have the peace of mind, for them to finally invest in making their dreams happen. For instance, I have a client who literally just messaged me and shared that she finally moved in to her new place, and it's because we got clear on, like, okay, these are the amount of savings that you would need to give you the assurance that you are financially prepared to move out on your own, to live independently, because she was living with her parents. Or I also have another client who we mapped out together what would be the 6 months worth of her emergency fund. What's the target amount for that? Because that would give her permission to quit her full-time job and finally go full-time in freelancing, or go full-time in the business that she's always wanted. I've done the same with another client who wanted to start investing in a condo because she wants to move out and have her own condo, have her own property that she can call her own. And so we mapped out together, like, how much would be the emergency fund savings you would need, how much would be your freedom fund that I love to talk about, because there's two things, emergency fund and freedom fund. I guide them with those two things. What would be the target amount savings that they would need, so that they know that, okay, once I achieve this, I am ready to invest in that property. I am ready to invest in this business, or I am ready to travel more and have mini retirements, to travel every quarter. I am ready to to expand my business. I am ready to add another source of income. These are the kinds of decisions that my clients get to make because they have a clear destination, they have a well-oiled machine, and they are clear on their target estimated time of arrival. And all these three things is embedded in the system that I teach my clients inside my coaching program because it's literally what I have been through. Like, it's crazy how I was able to condense my 6 years of trial and error into a 5-month roadmap for my clients so that they don't get to waste any more time, resources, and energy, because I know how that feels like, to feel like you're just driving blindly and not knowing what is it all for. With that, I'd love to give a shout out from my clients who shared their testimonials after graduating from my program. Like, I love what my client Ira Mariana shared, which is, without Nik's program, I wouldn't really know what I truly wanted in my life. Coach Nik helped me realize what they are and provided me with a system that would help me achieve these goals and maintain a healthy relationship with money. Like, she literally captured what I've been talking about for the past few minutes, which is that if you are crystal clear on what you truly want out of life, and you have a system, a financial system that allows you to fund those goals, and you're able to maintain a healthy reward system, a healthy relationship with money, then it's going to be inevitable for you to get to your destination. And then another client of mine who recently graduated, Darlene Salumbre, she shared that, I'm not stressing and living in fear about spending my money anymore. Nik showed me how to enjoy the fruits of my labor while still making progress toward my financial goals. And I'm now taking actionable steps toward my dreams. Thanks to Nik's coaching, I feel more confident and in control of my money. I've learned so many practical tips and strategies for budgeting, saving, and investing that made a real impact on my life. And the best part is, it's not just about the numbers, but also about aligning your money with your personal values and goals. I literally just wanted to share verbatim what they've shared after graduating from my program, because these are things that could be possible for you as well. As usual, check the link in my bio if you want to learn more details, how you can enroll and join my coaching program, and if you want more tips on how I was able to save consistently, how I was able to stop hoarding savings, you can check this video for more tips, and I'll go ahead and eat more of this pizza and share this later pa with my husband. See you then. Share ko lang yung itsura ni Sushi. So cute. Say hi and bye-bye! Bye! Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Say bye, Sushi!